If you're feeling really, really old right now, don't blame yourself. You're not getting older. Time may not exist. According to a new study, time is an illusion. It doesn't pass. It doesn't do anything. And it says that we have about 4 minutes left. So what's going on here? It's just a made-up thing that we do. The first one is that time is a fundamental quantity. If you were to stand up right now and move your hand in front of your face, you would be moving through 4 dimensions. They're both equally real. It's just that we can only experience one of them at a time. 3 of those dimensions you could perceive with your body, up and down, left and right, forward and backward. You can't unbreak an egg. You can't unspill milk. You can't unburn dinner. But until now, they've assumed that time would go forwards forever. This new research suggests that may not be true either. But the 4th dimension, time, you can only experience one way, which is forward. You can't move your hand in time. But if the universe has a beginning and an end, then that means at some point it had to be in a state of perfect order. All of the parts had to be in exactly the right place at exactly the right time for life to begin. You can't move backwards in time. You can only move forwards. Therefore, the universe must be in a never-ending cycle of creation and destruction. Time is getting older. And also, you're probably going to die, but then you'll be reborn again. So it's all good. But I say their work has already done that by answering the age-old question, is the universe ever going to give me a break? No. Life will never end, because at the end, it will all start over again. That means that time is one of the most basic properties of the universe, like mass or charge. Everything in the universe has a certain amount of time associated with it. Now, before we go any further, I should point out that time may not exist. But I do have a watch, and it does exist. Well, there are 2 main theories about how time works. The other theory is that time is a dimension that we can move around in just like we can move around in 3-dimensional space. But according to the new paper, time isn't a dimension at all. Time is an illusion. It's something that we humans do. We create time in our own minds based on our experiences and memories. This idea of time being an illusion has some real-world consequences. For example, if time doesn't exist, then the ideas of a beginning or an end don't really make sense either. The universe just is. There was no before for it to begin, because it was always already there. Our brains impose order on our experiences, and we fill in the gaps with memories. So when we think back on our lives, we remember everything happening in a sequence. But that sequence is just an illusion. According to this new paper, the past and the future both exist equally in the present moment. Now, you may be thinking this is all just a bunch of pseudoscience mumbo-jumbo, but stay with me here. Of course, physicists have known for a long time that time doesn't go backwards. In the universe, everything moves toward disorder. Things break down. They fall apart. Even stars eventually die. And according to this new paper, that doesn't make any sense. So the next time you find yourself worrying about how old you're getting, just remember that you're not getting older. Researchers say their work could revolutionize physics as we know it.